this meeting is we are now entering into a discussion on our budget where we will have 5-minute unlimited rounds for all council members. So if you, this is the time to discuss what we've heard and make any proposed amendments. And going forward, is there anyone who'd like to start? A motion is always in order.
We have several resolutions, and I can't hear you.
We
have several resolutions. Are we
were
not going to go resolution by resolution?
We can start with the discussion, or we can start with the resolution. I'm okay with whatever the pleasure of the body is.
The body would like to discuss the resolutions.
Okay, so we will go ahead and go into the consent agenda. Okay, total separation. The first resolution is 250155, adoption of the 2025-2026 master fee schedule. I will entertain a motion.
So what are the motions that are available? Approve, leave here, what are we doing?
Any motion is available.
I would like to make a motion that we leave the adoption of the master fee schedule here.
Okay,
We're in council.
This would stay in council.
We're in council.
We're in council.
So I think we might need to discuss it. So would this go back to finance?
We do need a discussion.
Well, that's what the discussion is for. If you want to make,
Okay, fine, we'll just discuss it here. That's fine. We can discuss it here.
that's what the discussion 5-minute rounds are for. If you want to talk about something in the masterpiece resolution.
Okay, no, I hear what you're saying, but what we're saying is we want to address it resolution by resolution instead of trying to clump it all at the same time. So if we run out of time here, we can just make a motion to add more
Yep.
discussions to each
Okay.
resolution.
All right, that's fine.
Request
I'm
for
good.
information.
I'm good with that.
Request for information.
Yes, what's,
I interpreted this as we were going to do resolution by resolution with unlimited discussions on each one of those things. So-
when we set this up, and I did have to have that added into it, it was, I've heard complaints that we didn't have a working session. That's what the discussion time, unlimited time, was the
Madam
working
Chair,
resolution.
So I'm going to vote against sending it that because that kills discussion. Your motion kills discussion. So-
Right.
Yeah. But
But that kills
that
discussion.
kills discussion.
So you
How does
need
it kill discussion if this is a council meeting? This isn't committee.
Because if you refer it to a committee, it kills discussion.
I'm not referring it to a committee. I said leave it here.
Oh, no, that's
That still kills discussion.
you need to make a motion to approve.
And then we can change it
Then you can
later.
change it later.
How
Right.
does leaving it in council has never killed discussion?
When you refer it to another meeting, it kills discussion.
Madam Chair,
Go ahead.
I'd like to make an amendment to my motion.
Okay.
I'd like to make a motion to approve Resolution 250155-T, which is the adoption of the 2025-2026 master fee schedule.
Is there support?
Support.
All right, any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
And we will have
Mr. Pfeiffer.
unlimited 5 minutes rounds until we're done, right? And each one?
I'm fine.
Okay.
I'm fine with that.
All right. Is it,
You can call Phil.
is Phil, you coming up? Phil, you might as well just grab a comfy chair, buddy.
Phil and Paul, come on up. And maybe the city administrator, if he has anything to answer to it. I know.
He ain't got no answer.
We got unlimited 5-minute rounds, so you guys want to walk back and forth and cause more time, then go for it.
I'm going to order that without objection.
What's, I mean, that's what it says in the thing, that's why I interpreted it.
I got a headache.
Unlimited, ordered without objection. Go ahead, Mr. Moore.
Um,
Mr. Pfeiffer.
This is a council meeting, we would have to vote on that, wouldn't we?
No, it's until we're done.
subject, let's vote on it.
Why are you not chairing this meeting?
Okay, there's been objection to the unlimited 5-minute round. So this is a vote to allow unlimited 5-minute rounds per council member. Madam Clerk. It's been objected to by Councilwoman in the 5th Ward.
So I would need someone to actually make that motion.
Okay, would you like to make that motion?
Madam Chair, I would like to make a motion that we have unlimited 5-minute rounds.
Is there support?
Support.
It's been moved and properly support by Councilman in the 8th Ward to have unlimited 5-minute rounds per resolution. This is the vote.
Mr. Allman is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Murphy Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Machat? No. Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Mr. Jarrett is absent. The vote is 4 yes, 1 no.
The vote is 4 yes, 1 no. That motion failed. So go ahead and start the time over at 5 minutes, please. Mr. Pfeiffer, go ahead.
So, before my time starts, like, that's what the agenda states. So how does that work? Through you to the attorney. Madam City Attorney, when it's posted on the agenda for unlimited rounds, and that's what the public is expecting, because that's what was posted in the agenda, how does that work?
The agenda does state that there is 5-minute unlimited rounds for all council members. You can always vote to amend your agenda.
Point of order, there was a motion made to do it, so that was basically amending the agenda, and that motion failed.
No, the motion was moot because it's already on the agenda, right?
Right.
So there would need to be a motion to eliminate that from the agenda.
You'd have to make a different motion, because the motion that was made was what was actually on the agenda.
But at that point, once we moved to do resolutions first, we skipped that part anyway. They had already gone against what was on the agenda.
At this point, I would suggest that you make a motion as far as the order of what you want to do, and see if those pass. Because you've already tried to change the 5-minute unlimited rounds, and that is what is on the agenda. So you would need to make another motion.
So, Madam Attorney, are you saying that because it's on the agenda, we should be on unlimited rounds?
That is what is on the agenda,
Okay.
yes.
However, point of order, you watched how everything transpired, and the very first part, when we were supposed to do the 5-minute rounds, we all decided to go into the resolutions and do it that way. So that had already struck out what was on the agenda.
The city council, the first part says, it was supposed to, if we remember, go back to our discussion that we had last Friday. It was supposed to be a discussion item with unlimited 5-minute rounds of discussion per council member before we went into, with possible adoption of the budget and any millages and resolutions that we needed to, in order to pass the budget. So it seems like the wording that's here on the agenda is unclear because we're all, everybody's confused on that. And so it was just supposed to start with a discussion, offering up any amendments if necessary, or to find out information if they wanted to do an amendment, but they wanted to go right into resolutions, which to me bypassed, this was supposed to be like a special order. The council discussion, that's before the consent agenda. That was what was supposed to be in the agenda.
But it doesn't say discussion, it says the purpose of the
It
meeting.
says a city
Purpose of the
council
meeting, so that's the
discussion.
general overview of the entire meeting, from my perspective. The purpose of the meeting is to cover the entire scope of the meeting.
Yeah. Point of order.
The clerk.
Point of order, Madam.
What's your point?
Yeah, we need to be nice today.
I'm not being rude.
I got a
I'm just
problem with
saying what
AT&T on internet and everything. I can go home today. If we can have the clerk and the city attorney work this out the way our agenda should be to allow for that, can they discuss this so we can be back on track? Because she's the official record keeper, and the city attorney has to make sure we're in order and legal. If they can confer with each other,
I'm fine, I just don't want to have 15 million votes and then have one council person decide when you're done asking questions. That's what I don't want.
okay.
That's what the open
Yeah,
discussion
and I know,
is
that's,
supposed to be.
like, to me, it's like one person has the ability to cancel all of that, but that's not what the agenda says, so, Madam Clerk,
We literally started out with him saying he didn't want to do the 5-minute discussion and wanted to go right into resolutions. And so now, because it's going differently.
And I did not want to go into
Right.
resolutions right away.
But we started out with him wanting to do that. And so now that he sees it's going differently, he wants to go back to that.
no, I stated from the get-go that a 5-minute
Excuse me, you
unlimited
do need to
rounds.
be we do have to be in order. I didn't recognize either one of you speaking. So go ahead, Mr. Pfeiffer, go
No,
ahead.
I'm just saying, I stated from the get-go that 5-minute rounds was for each resolution item, because that's the purpose of the meeting, and that covers the entire meeting. Because it's not labeled discussion item.
Ms. Gurley.
Can we just have a 15-minute recess so that we can
It's
discuss
ordered
this?
without objection.
Thank you.
Time is now 6:59, and I calling this meeting of the special council meeting back into order. Roll call, please.
Mr. Alamin is absent. Dr. Lewis is absent. Ms. Priestley?
Present.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Present.
Ms. Burns?
Present.
Ms. Mashat?
Present.
Mr. Pfeiffer?
Present.
Mr. Jarrett is absent. You have 5 members present.
We have 5 members present.
Madam
Mr.
Chair.
Pfeiffer.
I make a motion to have up to 5 rounds of discussion per each resolution item. Any rounds beyond 5 will require a new vote.
Support.
5 rounds. For how long? 5 minutes?
5 rounds of 5
5
minutes per
minutes.
each council person. Madam Clerk, did you get that? Okay.
And it's been moved by Mr. Pfeiffer, supported by Ms. Mashat. This is the vote.
Ms. Priestley?
Yes.
Ms. Winfrey Carter?
Yes.
Ms. Burns?
Yes.
Ms. Mashat? Yes. Mr. Pfeiffer?
Yes.
Vote is 5 yes, 0 no.
The vote is 5 yes, 0 no. That motion passes.